feel like you wore V-necks like all of middle school.
No, did I really? But I was like super obese then, so like, I couldn't pull them off. You know? Seth, what? I feel more comfortable like this. Oh my! I don't like. It's like right here in my face. Is that better? Is this fine?
Your mic is always like really bad.
But my face. We're good? Yeah. Can you keep that in? It's like really awkward. This is bloopers, so we usually do this. Anyways, hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Life Coach Kochka. Today we have a very special guest. I've known this person since 6th grade. The funny thing is, I haven't talked to this person since 6th grade,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of reconnecting to do. This person won homecoming queen twice in high school. And she's known for being like super awesome, like one of the nicest people on earth.
Aw.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you remember that I won twice?
Seth told me.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
And prom queen. My greatest achievement.
There
Just
you
kidding,
go,
I'm
dude.
kidding.
Yeah, Alyssa Chavez. Hi. Just go right into it, yeah. Pretend we didn't talk before. Okay, I'm gonna go back to saying hi, how are you?
Okay.
Hey Alyssa, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Life going good right now?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. Kind of stressful, but
The
you know,
corona,
it's all
dude.
good.
Yeah. Life's always been stressful since then. So let's just jump into it. Get past this stuff. Give me a synopsis of your early life, middle school, high school, and where you're at right now.
In middle school through high school, I've always been a part of ASB pretty much all of my life, I guess.
Okay.
In middle school, I played softball, stopped, and then I was a part of field hockey for all the rest of my 4 years at high school.
Right.
So it's pretty much been ASB, and then in high school, I had like a bunch of clubs like By Nihon, and then also like Youth for Christ, and that was
Nice,
pretty much
yeah.
it.
Sorry, was that middle school?
That was high school.
Oh, okay.
Middle school, I was just a part of ASB, and that was
Oh, really?
mainly it. Yeah, and then I
see.
played softball too.
Yeah. And are you born and raised here?
Yes, I am.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Any like highlights in high school you want to talk about that was inspirational or like you did and stuff that you really enjoyed? Any specific things?
I think in high school, my biggest highlight was like finding my new friends, I guess.
Okay.
I feel like I've always been a part of like a bigger group rather than small, intimate friends. So like when I hit junior and senior year, I found like my 4 core friends, which was really nice because I feel like you get closer to the small groups rather than the big groups.
I see. So, like strength in numbers, I see. So actually, let's go back to 6th grade. So we were in Mr. Manal's class.
Yeah.
And literally, it was like what, like 80% Filipino kids, and then like
It was
40%
like called the
was
Filipino
like
class.
the
like,
others kind of thing. Did you really enjoy that class?
Yeah, like we sang, like our assignments were literally singing in class. We
Was
went,
it? I forgot about that.
Yeah, we like had to sing for an assignment, and I was so confused. And then we
Right.
also like went to the mall as a field trip. Like
Right.
that's crazy.
Yeah, we went on like what 6 field trips.
Yeah, and then
Yeah. Oh,
and
go
then
ahead.
we like got in trouble one time. Remember when we were supposed to go to the Wave or something, but we got in trouble and he took it away.
What did we do?
I don't know. I think we're just talking, but like, remember we had an assistant teacher. I forgot her name. Like a student teacher.
I think I know what you're talking
She
about.
had brown hair.
Yeah, she's very young, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think we were
late
like talking
20s?
while she was doing something, and Mr. Manala got mad.
Oh yeah. That sucked. I remember we didn't go, but I think my favorite field trip was we went to like the desert.
Oh yeah,
That was really fun.
That was way fun. I
Yeah.
think mine was the mall though. 'Cause we like walked around and we didn't do anything except for like go into stores.
No, there was one dumb thing. We had to bring like a checklist and do like math and statistical stats. Do you remember we had to bring like a worksheet?
To
and,
the
like,
mall.
Yeah, right. We had to do like price
we had to
gouge or
do-
something.
Yeah,
I don't
we had
know.
to do like certain tasks for
Yeah.
the mall, and it was super random.
And it was like 15 minutes, and then after that we can go like any food court or any shop. And we went to like the Apple store because that was the thing. But anything else for senior year?
I feel like I kind of dropped off my first 2 years, so then senior year was way more fun for me, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
So senior year, at least the highlight of mine was just like finding who I am and I need to be. Just because senior year, at least for me, every lunch and Wolverine time, I had a club meeting
Okay,
or like
yeah.
an exec club meeting. So it was just finding who I needed to be after that.
Now, did you like that rule of like being so invested in school and its clubs, or is it kind of like draining for you?
I feel like it got really draining for me. Like, I
Yeah.
felt like I always had to be a leader in some sort of situation. And I feel like I missed out a lot on hanging out with my friends when they went out for lunch.
Yeah. So, do you look back and say like, man, I wish I kind of like 50-50 it. Like, did some of the clubs but had more free time, or like looking back, you still liked the route you went on?
I think I would have went 50-50
Yeah.
just because it was hard, like, being busy every single lunch Wolverine time.
Right.
And then when you don't have anything, you're like, okay, what do I do now?
Right.
It was definitely really weird.
Okay, so ASB director, correct? Was that okay? So were you the one who also like managed like you know how people made the float things? Were you in charge of that? Was that kind of cool?
Yeah, for junior and senior years, ASB or whatever class it was, so like junior class president or then senior class president, and designing floats was definitely really cool, but it just kind of sucks sometimes because at least for senior year, we definitely lost because we didn't have anyone participate.
Oh really?
Yeah, I like saw the I don't know if this is going to be like bad that I saw the score sheets, but we won everything like design, like layout, creativity except for the amount of participation. So when it like got announced, we lost and I was so sad because we put so much work into it.
Oh really? Like how many people showed up to like fix it and stuff? Like
Probably like 10 people a day. And
Is it-
then sophomores or like I think it was sophomores at the time had like 50 people a day come.
Whoa, is that normal to have like that kind of number? 50?
No,
Oh.
the
It's like 20.
was it junior class? It was the class of Ellie Cavendish, so they had to be seniors while we were So the junior class had just a bunch of participation, like everyone was super into it, but it's usually like only like 10 to 15 people come during like your senior year.
I see. And there's always that one person who like loves giving the orders but doesn't actually participate. Yeah.
Or they're just like sitting around. Like it was cool to get points for them sitting around, but I just don't like it when people just sit
Oh
around.
yeah,
and
you
don't
should
do
have yelled and screamed at them.
anything. Oh,
know?
I'm not screaming.
Come on, intimidate them. Okay, what about like teachers? Did you enjoy or like any teachers in high school that are memorable for you?
I liked Miss Velasky for sure.
Okay.
Just because she always believed in like what I did, even though if I didn't think it was the best. And then for sure Miss Parker as well, because I've known her all my 4 years and she was always my ASB advisor.
Nice. What about like subjects? What did you enjoy in high school and clubs or just subjects and electives? What did you enjoy during that time?
People don't know about this, but I really like reading. Like I'm a super
What?
nerd for like reading. I forgot what class it is. It's Jennings. It was Jennings. It was like Amway.
World literature?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
love that class.
So all I did was like read, and I
Yeah.
thought that was super cool.
Dude, so we were second term. It was me, Travis, Ryan McGilfrey,
Dude,
Kwame.
you were in my class.
Wait.
I sat.
Oh my god.
I sat with Junior and Nathan Chan, and Maya.
I forgot.
Like in the front, and you guys were always like in the back corner, like.
Oh my god.
And I felt like half of the time, wouldn't you guys like leave in the hallway and just like not do anything?
Yeah, like just goof. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
No,
I literally forgot. That's hilarious. Well, yeah, I goofed off in that class, obviously. Like,
Oh, I took naps every single day,
Dude,
except for when I read.
I sat next to Lizzie and Greg, and those people are super funny, and we just like goofed off that class. Remember, Greg always cheated on the vocab tests, and you get them wrong too because he like grabbed like the wrong like scantron. I don't know, like he thought he outsmarted the system, but sometimes he didn't, which is hilarious. Dude, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, what book did you enjoy in that class?
What was it called? It was the one with the time machine in it. Do you know that one? Ugh, what is it called? Maybe I'm not that good at it.
Brave New World.
No, it was. Or do you remember that one that was like? This is gonna sound weird, but it was kind of sexual in a weird way. What is that called?
Is that the Spanish book Esperanza's Mango's Esperanza?
No, there was like 2 beginning ones that you could have chosen from. I don't know what it was called, but it was really weird. Like, I don't know what it's called.
Remember Okonko or whatever? That book? The
Oh,
African
yeah.
book? Yeah.
And he would read it to us. And we were
Yeah,
like,
like
what
we're
are
5
you
years
saying?
old. Yeah, it was a funny one. Let's make a Travis joke, but I'm gonna, yeah. We're keeping that in. Sorry, Travis. Come on, please. Anyways, okay, so where are you at right now in life?
I'm currently going to school at Dixie State University. It's a
Okay.
small university in St. George, Utah. So right now I'm an ambassador for them. So I basically like
Wow.
recruit a bunch of new freshmen or like transfers to our school.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also like this week I have to turn in my nursing application. So I'm pre-nursing right now and I'm trying to get into nursing.
Wow, nice. That's really cool. So a lot of Mormons there, right?
Yeah.
I had to ask that.
Like
Okay.
half of my class is married or like
What?
they have kids.
And how old are they usually?
They're like our age.
19,
like
20?
a bunch of people are getting engaged too, and I'm like, am I supposed to get engaged right now?
Whoa, Matthew Linnell, you gotta hurry up, dude. Because Matthew Linnell's Mormon. Do you know who that is? Matthew Linnell. Is that ring
Yeah.
a bell? That's tall white guy. Yeah,
Matt?
he's like on some like weird sabbatical training in Mexico for like 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of those dudes on the bikes that tries to
I didn't
talk to
know.
people. That's what who told me that? Danny Vbach told me that,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. So yeah, how was like the cultural shift from like Westview to that college, would you say?
It's way different just
Yeah.
because I felt like Westview there was a lot of Filipinos. Like
Mhm.
at least in your class you had like 10 Filipinos just randomly
Right.
there. In Utah, like at Dixie, there's probably like 8 Filipinos, and I'm like one of them.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, so all of my classes, a lot of times I'm like one or like there's a couple of like colored people, if that makes sense.
Ooh.
So it was way different. It was really hard to adjust to, definitely.
Yeah, but did you like what do you call it? Do you stick with your like Filipino friends there, or do you kind of reach out and like talk to everyone, try to make new friends, if that makes sense?
I've only seen like 2 other Filipinos there,
Okay.
and then they're dating, so I don't really hang out with them.
Oh no.
I
Yeah.
just kind of hang out with whoever. I don't really see race as like a problem.
Right.
It just definitely it feels different.
Right,
coming
no,
from
for
Westview,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean by that. I'm getting weird about that. Well, that's interesting. So how come you chose? Did you get a scholarship there? Is that what you went, or how did that work?
So they paid for half of my tuition last semester, and
Okay.
or last year, and then this semester my whole tuition's paid for.
Oh, nice. Okay, because like Point Loma Nazarene has a really good nursing program
Yeah.
as well. My sister went there, and so what? I'm just curious. Why do you want to pick Point Loma? I'm just curious.
Why
like,
didn't I?
Yeah, because it's like it's like here, it's beautiful, it's convenient. I'm just curious.
My my ex goes to Point Loma.
Oh no!
Definitely not going to Point Loma
Whoa!
anytime soon.
But it's like that's crazy. One person, the entire college.
Well, I also
Wow.
don't really want to go to a Catholic school. No offense
Oh yeah.
to anyone at a Catholic school.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Wait, so it's a public college, the one in Utah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see. It threw me off because like you said Mormon, so I thought it was like a private Mormon like thing.
There's definitely Mormons there, but
Yeah.
it's not considered a Mormon university.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. What like hobbies and passions do you have right now, if you have time to do so?
It sounds weird, but I really like working out just because it's a stress reliever. Yeah, gotta get the gains.
Yes, Alyssa. Okay. Yeah.
Just because it's a stress reliever,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of stuff. So working out, it's only like an hour a day that
Right.
you have to go. I also I'm not a model or anything, but I like taking pictures.
Nice,
Just
okay.
because I feel like it boosts like my self-esteem and like my confidence that I like at school. So
Right.
I really like that too.
Nice. Who or what introduced you to like working out as like a stress reliever or make you feel better and stuff?
I think it was just high school introduced me
Yeah.
because I was a part of field hockey all 4 years.
Right.
Coming to college, I needed to find another thing that I could do every week
Mm-hmm.
without having to join another team.
Right. I see. Because, dude, I'm trying to lose weight. It's tough because, like, well, actually, if the coronavirus would be easier because I don't have any, like, classes at Miramar to go to, so I can do it online. But, like, just with classes and just, like, work, it's really hard to find time to work out.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is because it's, like, it's commitment. Like, especially if you do, like, every day or at least 5 days a week. I'm trying to find that time, but yeah, it's just tough. I mean,
Yeah.
Occasionally I just do push-ups. Whoa, but that's only like the only time I have to do stuff because what's so lame is I have weights in my garage and stuff. I have like a gym in my house.
Yeah.
I'm too lazy to move the stuff. It's just I think taking that first initial step to do it is that's kind of when you get into the rhythm. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
I definitely like, for me at least, I spend a lot of time on my phone. So in my head, I'm like,
Okay.
these 30 minutes, I could like go to the gym. Or like this like 2 hours that I'm just like laying here on TikTok, I can like go to the
Oh
gym.
no, yeah, for sure. Any other passions or hobbies you like doing?
I don't, or like alone, I like to do it. I used to be in choir in high school. Not a lot
Okay.
of people knew that.
Yeah, I
but-
did not know that.
Yeah. So I really like singing, but it's hard now because I share a room with like 3 other girls, or an apartment with other girls. So
Right.
if I sing, you can like hear it through the walls.
So you don't want to like, yeah, I see
Yeah.
what you
So I
mean.
don't sing as much, but that's another like stress reliever that I like.
Huh. Well, do you ever want to do that as like a side gig kind of thing?
Oh, I'm not gonna
Oh,
sing or do
okay,
that.
okay. All right. I just want to ask that. Okay. More of a funnier question. What's a big pet peeve going on in your life right now? Would you say?
I honestly, when everyone's coming back, I hate it when people like. Wait, is this like censored?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Life
Or like,
coach
I don't know if
coach.
this is censored. I don't know if this
Right.
is bad to talk about.
You're fine.
But I just hate it when people like brag about drinking or like partying. Like I honestly don't care at all because
Yeah.
it's like, cool. Like now what? Like what are you gonna do with your life next? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like partying's, people think it's super cool, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'd rather like hang out with a group of like small people, like
Dude.
a small group of friends.
Dude,
Like,
what was I gonna say? Nathan Bradshaw. Come on, dude. Aren't you really good friends with Nathan Bradshaw?
I
or no?
used to.
Okay.
One of my greatest memories of Nathan Bradshaw is in freshman year. I used to take naps a lot, like during class.
You and
But-
sleeping well.
Yeah, like, and he would wake me up because he was like, yeah, I don't want you to, like, I guess one time someone didn't wake up from a nap and they, like, turned out to be dead or something. So he would, like...
Where did you hear this from?
From Nathan Bradshaw.
I mean, okay. Nathan's a reliable, smart guy, but even I'm
No,
questioning that.
I heard about it somewhere. I don't know
What?
where it is, but
Probably like
I believe
Florida, you know?
Yeah, I don't
Or
know.
Alabama. Shout out
But-
to Alabama.
that happened. So he would, like, wake me up and then he'd be like, oh, do you want any snacks? And then he would bring me snacks when I woke up.
Dude, he's such a mom. Wow.
He's so nice. Like,
Yeah.
Nathan Bradshaw.
That's cool. So yeah, I know what you mean by that, because like this is like the time to be like, it's kind of like your early life 20s is to like kind of like fulfill everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean by that? And it's like, and if you continue that habit in your 30s, it's like, what's wrong with you? You know,
Yeah.
like grow up. But I see what you mean by that, because I'm not into that either.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's because, well, would you say you're like introverted or extroverted, or do you like go back and forth?
I feel like I'm back and forth.
Okay. So do you have like the need to like, if you hang out with like friends for like 2 days straight, do you have like the need to like recharge and kind of
Yeah,
like stay
I
home?
need like to not talk to anyone for a good day.
Dude, I can relate. That's so cool. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, as an ambassador, we have to have like overnight previews. So what those are basically like, we have a bunch of people that want to go to Dixie. They stay out of the school. So it's
Okay.
a bunch of like teenagers just that we have to watch over.
Right.
So we stay in this really nice gym for our previews. We give them air mattresses and everything, and they sleep like girls on top and then guys on bottom, like
Okay.
the bottom floor. So first there's these group of guys, and they took a bunch of air mattresses and started sliding down all of the staircases. So we're like, please don't do that. They're like, okay, whatever. They start making a fort. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. They're like building a fort in the middle of the gym. We're like, please be quiet. Like everyone's trying to sleep. They're like, whatever, we'll stop. Then they're like, can we please go outside? Like, let's make our fort outside. They go outside. They trigger the whole alarm. Everyone's like, are you kidding me? Like, whatever.
Whoa.
They're like, sorry. Keep going back in and out. So the alarm's just like going off like every like 30 minutes. We're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But then they got mad at us because they couldn't make their fort because they were being too loud. So they start like playing a whistling game. Our gym is pretty big. All we have to like, it's probably the size of not campus, like 2 basketball courts, I guess, or like a little bigger than that.
Yeah.
So my friend's like running around in like circles trying to find out who's whistling. Whenever she'd like run to one place, they like stop whistling and like go to another place. So we're like, okay, like cool.
Wow.
And then, so it's probably around like 3 o'clock in the morning at this time. We're like, okay, we can't sleep.
And
whatever.
you're like patrolling?
I was just laying in bed. I was like, I'm not
okay.
gonna
You're like,
get
I'm
up.
let my underlings deal with this. I got you. Dude, how old are these kids?
They're like, probably like 3 years younger than us, 4 years younger than us.
So, like,
they're like juniors and seniors now.
Oh, wow, dude. Dude, you have better like respect if you work at like a retirement home than you do with like those kids. You know what I mean? Like in the sense of like you don't have to deal with that kind of crap. I'm like that.
No, dude.
Yeah.
So right now I'm a CNA.
Yeah. Okay. Can you
so
explain that is?
like a certified nursing assistant.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So basically I had to do clinicals and they were at like retirement homes or like they were at assisted living homes. They're like, some of them are like crazy. Like there's this guy, it sounds like disgusting, but we have to like change their briefs and everything.
Okay.
So we have to like wipe them. He was probably like 6'5" and he was like a little like on the heavier side. So he just started laughing at me because he's like, haha, like you gotta try again. Like, because I couldn't push him over like to change his brief and he just started full on laughing at me. He was like, haha, try again. And I'm like, bro, this is my clinical. I don't even work here.
Dude, you're such a really poly dude. Wow.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And also kind of gross, yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't really have to deal with that kind of stuff, right? Like wiping people? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Because I assume you don't want to do that for the rest of your life.
No, I want to be in pediatrics, so I don't
Okay.
really want to go.
What's pediatrics again?
It's just working with kids rather than like geriatrics, which is old people.
Oh, so like, okay, do you want to work like a clinic or like a hospital?
I want to work at a hospital.
Dude, okay, wait, so, okay, that leads to this question. Like, where do you see yourself in like 5 years from now?
I really want to work at Rady's Children's Hospital. So, this summer I'm going to try to get a CNA job. I don't know if it's there because I think you need like 2 years of experience, but I just got my license for CNAing.
Okay.
So I have to wait a little, or you have to be in their nursing program.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't gotten accepted for my nursing program yet, so I don't know, but I really want to work at pediatrics over there.
Okay.
I think before that though, like right after I graduate, I've been really thinking about traveling to like Australia. Like for some reason I just really want to go to Australia right before everything else, just because I feel like as of right now, I don't really have that much like big experiences in my life. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
I would say the same for me too, yeah.
Like I haven't traveled anywhere, but that's because I'm so focused on becoming a nurse that I can't like stop and then go. So like after I make enough money, I want to go travel and like take a break from school.
That's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, so my sister works at Rady's and she makes bank. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, she really enjoys it. Mm-hmm. I will say she says it's very like depressing job though as well.
Yeah, and I heard it's also like super demanding, like both emotionally and like physically.
Yeah, because she does bone marrow transplant. Mm-hmm. That's her thing. And yeah, dude, like sometimes she came and like talk about, well, obviously some private stuff, but there's some stuff she can't talk about because emotionally she'll feel like destroyed kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely like a tolling job. But are you ready for that kind of thing?
Yeah,
like I'm dealing with that.
I thought about it. I had like this huge like meltdown because I didn't get the grade I wanted in the class, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not becoming a nurse. Like blah blah.
Right.
But I thought about it, and like becoming a nurse is the only thing that I can like really see myself doing. Like I don't see myself becoming a teacher. Like I don't see myself like working in business. Like I don't really see myself anywhere else.
So yeah, what like led you to nursing though? Like, what kind of was like aha moment where you're like, I want to do nursing?
So one of it is, of course, my mom's a nurse right now.
Okay.
But growing up, my great grandfather actually used to live in our living room, like on a hospital bed.
Great grandfather, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So like I grew up like taking care of him. Like I literally even brought over like urinals to him and like had to empty them out. So it's like I was already doing like nursing jobs when I was younger, and
Right.
then a lot of people don't know this about me too, but I have an uncle with cerebral palsy. So I help around the house with him too. So it was always like I like the feeling of being able to help someone
Right.
just because I know it's stuff that they can't control. So that's the whole reason that I wanted to become a nurse.
That's cool. That's really admirable. Yeah, we need more nurses now with the coronavirus, dude. So what was I gonna say? So like for example, for my sister, she does like bone marrow transplants or whatever. Do you know what kind of like specific thing you want to do in like the nursing program, or like does that make sense?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I either want to go to, pediatrics, I said, so
Right.
like helping with kids, or the NICU, which
Okay.
is basically when like people, or like babies are just born and you help them out.
Well, you want to do that?
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do yet, just because
Right. Yeah.
I feel like pediatrics is such a different range of ages
Yeah.
rather than NICU work.
I see, dude. But remember, I saw the ENS. We saw the Miracle of Life video.
Oh my gosh,
That was
yeah.
so gross. I'm like, I do not want to witness childbirth, dude.
Oh, I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to witness that either.
Yeah, so that's yeah. If you want to do that, you can, but like that's just not for me.
Well, you don't have to give birth.
What? No, you know what I mean by
What?
that? Wait. What? No. Clearly, we're misconstruing each other's sentences here. No, I was saying I don't want to like witness, as in like watch, like
So,
my
like,
wife
you
or
don't
someone
wanna
give
have
birth and all
kids?
these fluids just come out.
So you're just like gonna close your eyes when your wife is like, Kevin, I need you the most right
I'm
now.
gonna stand out of the projectile direction. I'm gonna stand like behind her or something.
You don't
know,
want to
just-
cut the cord?
Oh yeah, I gotta do that. Yeah, I'll do that part.
Kevin going,
Yeah.
where is it?
Oh no, yeah. Cut the wrong thing. Yeah. But yeah. Okay, how about this? What talent or gift is unique to you?
Dude, you like prefaced me on this and I don't have any like talents. Like
But yeah, you do. Come on.
like what?
Or gift. Oh, I don't know you that well. That's the thing. I haven't talked to you since sixth grade, so
That's unique. I
yeah,
don't
or gift or either or.
I can do the splits.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty cool. I know. I don't really like. I thought about this a lot because a lot of like job applications or a lot of just applications general. It's like what's special about you.
Yeah.
And I thought about it and I was like, dude, like I don't know, like. Joining ambassadors, it was really cool to join ambassadors, but then you also realize that there's a bunch of people that are in leadership, so you being like senior class president does not like do anything for you, if that makes sense. So then I like thought about it. I was like, okay, like what makes me like different? But it's like
Right.
I don't really know what makes me different, but it's like at this point I don't really care. Or like
Interesting. It's a very interesting take because so I had like three different groups of people. So like one group would say like of the guests like, oh, like I don't want to say this because I sound cocky, and then one group just goes straight into it, and then like you're like the new like I just nothing really applies to me. But
Yeah.
I would say compassion, right?
but is that like a talent?
Or gift to have compassion for people and like to help them through suffering and stuff like that. Because
Yeah,
I
but-
can't do that. I mean, I worked at the real quick. I remember for like civics and econ, we had to like volunteer at.
Oh
like,
yeah.
So originally, I wanted to like volunteer like a retirement home, and for some reason, like the one I wanted to do was like, how do I say this? Okay, so I originally wanted to do retirement home, and I go like on this website where it's like, oh, you can volunteer at these places, and I kind of clicked on it because I thought it was retirement home. I was so stupid because one, this retirement home is all the way in Hamul. Yeah. South of El Cajon. And also, it wasn't a retirement home. It was like a special needs disability home. And I already signed up for, I'm like, oh, shoot, I got to go anyways.
You went all the way there?
Yeah, I went to Hamul. So, like, during my off-roll third period, I would drive all the way down to Hamul And I would get there, and then like they actually wanted like interview me first because like who's this kid, right?
Yeah.
And they thought I'm cool, whatever. I remember I was first there. I was kind of like, I'll be honest, I was kind of weirded out because like a lot of people were kind of like looking at me, and they're like coming really close to me. I'm like, hey, what's up? But you just get like a different outlook in life when you go to places like that. Because I did like, I think I went for like at least 4 or 5 weeks to fulfill my 20 hours, whatever it was. And it was just really nice because I made some like cool friendships with people. Got to like know like what the community is about and stuff. And yeah, you just learn compassion, and then you have so much respect for like the workers there to deal with that because like you need so much patience
Yeah.
and compassion to help people like that. And so I have like so much respect for people like you and those who like dedicate their life to like helping and giving, assistance to others. So that's really admirable. Seriously.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's or like going off of you, it's definitely something to like that you have to experience rather
Right.
than you learn, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I used to work as a respite worker, and it was basically like I took care of kids with special needs. So it's kind of like working as a certified nursing assistant, but instead you're going to their homes, and it's mainly like babysitting, but you have to like change their diapers, change their briefs, like make food.
I look glad to
basically.
do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
One like thing that like definitely stands out to me is one time I had a kid. He doesn't look like he has special needs at all. He's like super cute. His mom asked me to go to the mall with them, so I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then she was like, just to let you know, he's a runner. And I was like, oh, like whatever, he's a runner, cool, like I got it.
Right.
So we go in the mall. It's like around Christmas time. It's packed. He jets off. I was like, oh my gosh, like he's that kind of a runner.
Yeah.
I had to run so fast. I was like sweating. Once I caught him, he would like lay down on the ground and kick me, and then he'd like go up again and like run again. And they were taking like Santa pictures, right?
Yeah.
He runs, he like lays in the middle of the Santa picture. Keep in mind, people like don't know he has special needs.
Right.
And you're not gonna be like, oh, he has special needs, sorry, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like get him, he grabs onto one of the ornaments, like the big ornaments, and just like grabs onto it. I'm like pulling him, like I'm in the picture, like pulling him, trying to get him off. And then he like goes under the ropes, whatever, I get him off, and then he starts running again into, you know how North County is kind of laid out?
Yeah.
So he goes into JCPenney's. He's running up the down elevator. I'm like, how am I supposed to, what? So he's like halfway up by the time there's teenage girls at the top. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like please get them. His mom comes around and it's like, please get them, like please get him. I'm like trying to go up, but if I go up and the teenage girls don't move and he runs through, then feel like I'm not going to be able to find him. So finally he comes down. He's like, I want to go home, whatever. He's also like nonverbal, so the only thing that he could say is like, I want to go home, or like home, you know what I mean? So I go outside. He's with the mom now. We're with the mom. We're both like sweating.
Yeah.
And she's like, the first time I've ever did this, I cried going home. I couldn't go take him to the mall for like a couple weeks because it was so hard. So yeah, it's like different because you realize at the end of the day that you don't have to go home to that. You're just like doing a job. So like just being able to help them in like at least for like a day or like 8 hours like helps them a lot, because they got to go out to dinner when I was like babysitting them in the first like hour or so, but after that it's like they're just trying to get through their day, like doing everything.
I'm being super sincere. I know I joke a lot, but I do really want to be like legit. Like, were you kind of embarrassed of like kind of taking care of him and stuff, and the idea of chasing him around, being like, "Oh, this is so awkward or weird"? Like, did you really feel like that, or? It
was definitely like out of my comfort zone. Yeah. Just because people don't know what's going on. Like you're the only one that knows what's going on. Yeah. It just kind of looks like you're like a random girl like running after a kid. And
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That gave me like a lot of respect for the mom, because it's like other people would be like, "Oh my gosh, she can't control her kid," but like they don't know that he can't understand that we're like, "Oh, stop!" Like he's not gonna. He's nonverbal. He's not gonna like really stop. Like he doesn't understand what he's doing, and people around me like don't understand that. So it's definitely like a comfort thing, like for me. But I just felt I really sympathize for the mom because that's what she has to go through whenever she goes to the mall.
Right, yeah. And wait, how does like disciplining those like kids like that or adults like that? You know, like how do you go about like disciplining them?
It's
That
definitely
makes sense?
different.
Yeah.
We went through like a training course. Like for people with special needs, at least, you try not to say no.
Okay.
You have to like explain everything that you're doing. I feel like because he was younger, it's harder to explain because it's
Right.
like they don't understand as much. But when you get older, they're gonna like learn like social cues. They're gonna learn more and like have different teachers to help them with that.
I see. Okay, because I was gonna say, so okay, when people like another serious thing. So since you dealt with that, and people make like jokes of like, oh, he's he's dumb or whatever. Like, how do you internalize that? Like, you know what I mean? If people like make fun of people like that, like,
It's definitely like harder because
yeah,
I feel like it's ignorance on their part. Like they don't understand it, so they're like
Right.
joking about it.
yeah,
But it's just different because I've grown up with an uncle that has special needs, so
Right. I see.
it's always been way different when people like. I know some people like make fun of it. They're like, "Oh, and the R word," like, haha, like you
Yeah.
know what I mean. But when I went to like,
yeah,
when I went to Utah, they don't like, they use that word regularly.
yeah.
So it's hard to be like in a like a serious situation or like a funny situation, like casual, and
Yeah.
they use that word. I like don't know what to say because I'm like, oh.
Right. Yeah. It's like, cause like I'll say this, cause like I listen to like a lot of comedians, and their whole philosophy is like we make fun of everyone.
Yeah.
Cause then if you designate like specific groups, you're just attacking that
Yeah.
group. So like it's weird, but in this day and age, everyone's so like don't offend kind of thing. But it's just like, cause my whole thing is like either we all like take crap or none of us do.
Yeah.
And since everyone takes shots at different people, you got to open up to everyone.
Yeah.
That makes sense because
Yeah.
because I don't want people to have like this hierarchy of like, oh, you can't make fun of this person because of this reason. Because then in a weird way, you make them feel special. Like, yeah, but like, because like what I mean by that is like, oh, since they're on a higher pedestal, we can't
Yeah.
touch or talk about them, but we can make fun of this group of people, which is still crappy to do.
Yeah.
But like, I think equal opportunity. I don't know. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
I like learned how to take it like lightheartedly. Like if someone
Exactly.
doesn't mean it in a harmful intent, I'm like, okay, like
Yeah.
they don't mean it that way. So like I literally grew up like watching Family Guy, so I'm like okay, like if it's funny, like
What?
whatever.
I never
but-
thought Alyssa Shaw watching Family Guy.
like no, like my family would just lay down, like watch Family Guy or like American Dad. Everyone else is like watching like The
Bro,
Simpsons and stuff, and I'm like
what?
cracking up on the jokes. Like
Oh my god, it's so cool. I had no idea.
No, yeah, it's definitely funny because people are like, oh my gosh, she doesn't like. I feel like people thought I was like not sheltered, but like a goody because I was like
Oh, yeah.
at church, you know, like.
Yeah.
But I think that it's like if it's not meant in a harmful intent in a lot of situations, I'm like, okay, like
Dude,
they don't
I'm
mean it that way.
exactly the same way. Wow. Did you ever watch Futurama or no?
I only watched it a little. I definitely my top two were American Dad and
Okay.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
I watched it recently, and I feel like Family Guy is not as funny because it's like they don't want to take jabs at anyone anymore.
Yeah. That's I would say American Dad's my favorite of the two. Dude, I love Roger, dude. Just the idea of like a weird alien. We're being such nerds here. I love it. Anything you want to talk about? Like anything in your mind and stuff? Or anything like that?
How do you feel about the whole coronavirus thing happening?
Dude, okay.
Are you like scared or are you?
Okay. I'm going to go on a tangent now. Here we go. Okay. So, based on what news I watch and people I've talked to, I feel like there's like 4 categories of people. So, like, there's like a spectrum thing. There's the people who are like, like, God's in control. Everything's going to be fine. Like, he's going to cure everything. And there's people like, it's not a big deal. It's like a seasonal flu. It'll pass. I mean, sure, but like, it's not going to affect my life. And then there's people like getting concerned. It's like, oh, this could be a real thing, and I don't want to go outside because I'm going to catch this coronavirus. And then there's people like, I'm buying all the toilet paper on earth, dude. I need to stock up. And so I'm on the camp where it's like, okay, I'm getting concerned because like what's scary is my friends are getting laid from their jobs. Like they work at restaurants and stuff, and
Oh,
since they're
yeah.
closed, they're like firing people. So it's kind of
Oh,
scary.
they're firing people?
Yes,
They're not
yeah.
like just like taking a break, if that makes
No,
sense?
well, what's their? I mean, isn't getting laid off the kind of same thing as getting fired? I don't know that
Yeah.
terminology. Okay, so but yeah,
Technically, kind of.
technically, yeah, it's like a nice way of putting
Yeah.
it, right? Yeah, dude. So like, and I was just curious. I was looking at like what's closed in San Diego, and like literally everything's closed, dude. It's like grocery stores and pharmacies, which
Yeah.
you need obviously, but like that's kind of scary. Where it's like you can't do anything. I mean, luckily for me and Seth, we're like introverts, like mega introverts, so we can survive. You know what I mean? But if like people like Chelsea, super like whoa, like I don't know how she's gonna last, dude. Shout out to Chelsea. Anyways, but for me, I think, for me personally, I think just like looking into it and keeping up to date of like what's happening, you know, being praying stuff like that, like stuff to get better, but also don't be like kind of like delusional, like nothing bad's gonna happen, but it's getting worse. So you need to be like grounded in that thinking, if that makes sense. Yeah. What about you? Would you say?
I feel like I'm not that scared of getting it just because we are like the younger generation.
Yeah.
But I'm just like I've been more precautious because think my biggest fear is like giving it to like my grandma or something like
Yeah.
that. Like I know it's not as bad here, but with all the media, it makes it seem like it's super serious. Like obviously it's really like a really serious
Right.
issue, but it definitely seems way more prominent because of the media.
I see what you mean. Yeah. My work, so we limit it to like 150 people. And now my mom, she's one of the vice presidents and HR director there. And I work there too, so it's kind of cool.
Wait, where?
Trellisbar Technologies. It's basically like this company that makes radios for the military, and I'm an intern there. And I just do trash and stock. My mom. It's funny because my mom's like the boss, and I'm like the underling. But I'm not complaining. It's a nice job. But they're gonna limit to like 50 people there now.
Wait, are they getting laid off?
No, they're luckily people can work at home.
Oh yeah.
Well, most people, because sometimes we actually make like radios there, like actually build it, or like they make like samples or whatever. So, but you need people to do that. But like it's scary because my mom's talking about like limiting it to 50 people at work, and I'm like, what about me? I don't want to lose my job because like, well, luckily I don't really like talk to people because
Yeah.
I just clean. And dude, like yesterday I had to like wipe down like doorknobs and stuff with like disinfecting
Yeah.
spray. We have like over like 300 rooms, so that took like 2 hours just to like
That's
every
all you
door.
did?
Yes, for two. And my boss, like Corey's, like, yeah, dude, just wipe down everything. I'm like, oh, it's such a boring job. But people at work are freaking out. Like the people obviously the people at home are the most scared.
Yeah.
People who are like at work, they're like, they don't care as much. That makes sense. But for me, yeah, it's like I'm more worried about if I don't think I'll get fired, but I'm more worried about that route than
Yeah.
me getting it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. I feel like no one thought that something like this would have happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't on the top of my mind. Like, oh, like maybe next year we're gonna have a.
2020 off to a great start.
Yeah,
Am I
'cause
right?
If you like saw all the posts on social media, everyone thought that 2020 is gonna be like one of the best years. At least like that's what I thought, but it's definitely not
Yeah.
starting off so great.
Oh yeah, they have a really bad food market where they eat like exotic animals like bats and salamanders.
Yeah, I thought they got it from eating bats. Yeah.
Okay, there's
Oh, it's like from a bat, and then the bat's remains went on
in
the
the snake.
In the snake, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I.
that sounds so delicious, dude.
What?
The delicacies, bro. Yeah, there's like two theories. It's like the bat theory, like people eating bats, or like the weird ones, like oh, it's from a lab, it's biochemical warfare.
What? From where?
I don't know. That's what the conspiracy theorists are saying. Because didn't Ebola start from that too, eating bats?
Bats, yeah.
What is with people eating bats?
It was bats.
It was bats.
Yeah.
But then COVID is bats from another
Yeah, from animals.
animal.
Guys, don't eat bats. Seriously, what?
Yeah. What intrigued you to eat bats?
Just eat your, I was gonna say dogs, but, because it's China. We're leaving
Oh my
that in.
gosh.
Yeah, we're leaving that in. Because at least you don't get, okay, we love dogs in the U.S., just saying, all right? I support dogs, all right? Anyway, I have a dog of my own. Okay, getting past that, yeah, dude, it's kind of a scary time, just to recap that, for sure. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, what about your college? Have they been freaking out about that? I know you're at home now, but like, did they take super like serious safety precautions there about it?
We're not that bad, or like not a lot of people have caught it in at least my area.
Yeah.
So we still have online school, and then we still have labs. So I'm still going to school next week.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah,
What?
and I wasn't gonna come back to school
Wow.
if I didn't have labs, but I also have campus tours to give, and they haven't canceled any campus tours yet. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely weird. It just sucks because I feel like I'm just gonna go home and I'm gonna be in my apartment for like 90% of the time.
Wow. Dude, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
'Cause at least for me and Seth, we get to stay home. Wow. So, kind of an odd question, but like, what's like besides wiping that old dude, like what's the other gross thing you did in nursing? Because you do some intense stuff, right? Or have you done like any like dissecting and stuff like that?
Well, not like dissecting, but in my anatomy classes, we
Okay.
work on like actual cadavers.
What's that again?
It's like bodies that were donated to science, so they're like actual like dead bodies that you like work
Whoa,
on.
dude.
So it was like we got like really juicy ones for some reason.
Okay.
So we were on the arm muscle, so when I lifted it, like a bunch of juice just like fell off. And I
Whoa,
was
like-
oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was interesting, and it smells like formaldehyde like within the whole room. So
Yeah.
it's definitely weird, but I like being able to connect like the textbook and the actual like human rather than just like learning from the textbook.
Right. It's good to have that hands-on experience. Yeah.
But like as of just like nursing, I know like I changed like briefs and stuff, but I was giving this girl a shower, and it was like one of the first times I ever went into like assisted like living home.
Yeah.
So I was giving her a shower, and then she just started like pooping, and I was like, I just gave you a whole shower, like like in the shower, like she was just
Yeah.
sitting there. So
I mean, the shower's already clean anyways. We'll just
I know,
put it
but
down
I
the
was
drain.
like, oh no, like I gag when I pick up my dog's poop, like,
Oh,
but you're
no.
not supposed to like make them feel bad or anything, so you're
Yeah.
just like, like, cool. And then another time, like, this girl didn't. She had like a hearing aid in,
Mhm.
and like we had to take it out for her shower, obviously, because we didn't want to get wet.
Right.
So she was like, "Why are you touching me?" Like in the shower, and I was trying to like explain that like she was taking a shower, but she didn't have her hearing aids in, so I was just like,
Wait, she didn't know she was taking a shower?
No, she like knew it, but she didn't want anyone to touch her.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like they need assistance, but like sometimes they don't think that they need any assistance.
Because that's what's so sad. Like, not sad as in, like, how do I say this? Like, when you're at that age, like, you feel, like, because I have a grandma, she's in assisted living. Actually, both my grandmas are in assisted living.
Mm-hmm.
And you just feel bad for them because, like, their mind works, but, like, for some people, like, if you have Alzheimer's, no. But, like, for people who just have, like, where their mind works, their body just gives out. And, like, they want to do independent stuff, but they physically can't. And so it's really depressing to see.
One person actually was like, I wish like God would take me tomorrow, and I like
Yeah.
didn't know what to say. I was like, I'll pray. I just said I'll pray for you, because
Right.
you're not supposed to be like, no, like you're supposed to help them realize what they want and everything. So it's just like definitely hard for them, because we're the ones that have to obviously like take them to the bathroom and everything, but it's not like they asked for us to, like, if they didn't need that, they wouldn't have been here, if that makes sense.
Right. So, kind of an odd question then. Do you want to, like, live like that or, like, die young? If that makes sense.
I'd rather die young.
Yeah, like, die, like, in your, like, late 40s. Yeah.
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 Or like, if my kids put me, like, in an assisted living and don't visit me, I'm gonna be so mad.
Dude, yeah.
My dad said that he would haunt me if I put him in assisted living.
Yeah, bro. My mom wants to... I heard of a granny flat. Okay, so basically it's like, if you have, like, a house, you can get, like, a permit to, like, build, like, a little tiny little house in your backyard, and they call it granny flat because, like, old people live in there. And my mom wants that because she's like, do not put me in assisted living home. And we're like, okay, mom, chill. But that's the problem, though, because, like, for people who work, it's so hard to take care of, like, your grandparents and your parents, like, because you got to do, you got your own family problems and stuff, and you got to deal with their issues. So it's like, it's really like a grueling job, for both parties, honestly. Yeah.
I guess, do you like miss high school and everything, or are you like, yay, like I'm out?
Interesting. Do I miss high school? I would say individually, junior and senior year I miss. Freshman, sophomore year, who cares, right?
Yeah.
But like, if I could relive those years, I would do it, honestly. But yeah, it was mostly positive. Like, there was obviously some ups and downs, but like overall, like it's so weird. I see like school as like a hierarchy. Like, there's the popular kids, and then there's like the normal kids, and then there's the nerd band kids, and then there's like the weird anime weeaboo kids, and there's yeah. So like I was like I was like a normal weird kid. So I was like I was like a pretty average guy, maybe even below average at times. But like, so I looked at it through that lens where, but it was really interesting because whenever like I was in class with people and it was like, oh, the pauper people, whatever. And you know how like we had seating, sometimes we had like seating charts where we had to sit next to people like that. It's weird because they couldn't escape. You know what I mean? Like, because you're stuck there, I could like talk to them and they would be forced to talk to me. And then they realize, oh, you're pretty cool. So like, that's what's so cool about this. It's like, it sounds weird if I say you can't escape. My point is like
You like have to sit here for the next hour.
yeah. But it's just to talk to people, reconnect people I haven't talked or never talked to before. It's cool, and plus you get your voice out and stuff like that. When opinions matter to you, and yeah, like I think just to recap the question, I would say junior senior I would definitely relive. What about you?
I think I really liked high school. Like,
Okay.
except for I wish I redid my freshman and sophomore year.
Yeah.
Just because I like disappeared off the face of the earth because I had like a boyfriend and I was like, oh, this is cool, but like, wasn't that cool?
Oh no. Yeah.
But my junior and senior year were best. Definitely, I'd relive it like in a heartbeat. Like,
Right.
I feel like it's also because there's a lot of like what ifs I had my freshman year of college. Like, what if I applied to more colleges, or like, what if I looked into more stuff, or like, what if I got a better GPA? You know what I mean? Like, just stuff that I could have stopped beforehand, or like, so I didn't have to think about the what ifs, you know?
Right.
So I would definitely miss like how not serious high school was. You know what I mean? Like, college, I'm actually working towards a degree, but if you didn't really do good in high school, it's not like you couldn't go to any college.
Right, yeah.
Like, you still had options to go to. But if I do bad in my nursing, like, prerequisite classes, I'm pretty much like, SOL. Like, that sucks.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, like high school is kind of like this stepping stool for like college, where it's like college is the real deal. You can't flunk out of that. But yeah, I mean, but it sucks because I was talking to you off air. Like, Westview in general has kind of gone downhill. I told you about that, but it's just like it's kind of sad because at least when we went, like, so the school itself, like the system and the campus, do you really enjoy? Okay. Did you see any kind of decline, or was it pretty stable and consistent throughout your 4 years?
I feel like I didn't really notice a decline because I was so into what I was doing, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
What about you?
Well, since I had nothing to do in high school, I kind of like observed everything. Well, I think what when I talked to you off camera again, where I try to get that elective religion class, like it shows me. I don't know how to say this, but like, well, I guess technically I have an agenda, but they also have an agenda too. And it's like, well, we can't offer that because we don't want to offend and stuff. But it's like, well, no, I think this is really serious and stuff. So it's kind of like not desensitized, but I kind of just annoyed with like, man, like I think we could really benefit this class, and they're not really taking up this offer. And I've been through high school, like I know what kids act like. These, like the district office and like the principal Ziegler, they didn't really. They're not like in the day-to-day life of students. I was, so I know what's going on. So it's kind of sucks they didn't like come to my level and realize, oh, I see now why you're pushing this, because I put myself in your shoes, kind of thing. So that's that. But like, I don't know. It's just I hope something positive happens to Westview, because like I said, it's going downhill based on people I talked to. But yeah. That's all I gotta say on that.
But I feel like, also, like, going back to earlier, I feel like high school was nice because it's not like they forced you to make friends, but you did have certain arrangements that you said, like, you have to, like, hang out with the people.
Right.
In college, you basically just, like, sit in an auditorium, and if you make friends, you make friends, but if you don't, like, cool. Like,
Right, exactly, yeah. I know you touched on this, but was it pretty hard making friends, like, the first month when you got there?
Yeah, because I'm kind of really shy when I'm not in a comfortable situation.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm, like, in, like, a leadership position and I'm, like, doing stuff for that leadership position, I'm, like, outgoing because I know that I have to be, and that's, like, what the whole, like, scenario is. But I'm really shy in the beginning if I'm not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really hard in the beginning just because I came from California to Utah, and pretty much no one from our school ever went to Dixie.
Right.
So I didn't have that same foundation that I thought I would have going into college.
Right, okay. Yeah, I think since I took a different route from you going to Miramar, it was pretty, like, easy transition to, like, make friends and stuff, because most people from Westview go there. But, yeah, I will say it's very tough, like, going to a new environment and just, like, talking to new people and stuff like that, making new relationships. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was definitely different because going to Utah, my greatest fear was, like, cultural isolation. Like, I thought people would be like, oh, it's that brown girl again, like, cool. Like,
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
I guess.
obviously, it's not, like, a huge deal here because it's, like, there's so much diversity in California.
Yeah.
But in Utah, it was definitely scary because I was, like, the only brown girl in class.
Who are all these white settlers here, dude?
So, like, I felt like if going to Utah, I felt like I had to be the best, or I was just going to be like, oh, look at that small little brown girl. She didn't do that right. So, like, that was the biggest scary thing for me going to a different state.
Okay, well, at least, luckily, it's Utah, so there's a lot of Mormons, so they're super nice.
They're super nice.
If you went to, like, South Carolina, probably a different story, but yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, like, I've learned that there's some of the nicest people I've met.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If more people were like that, dude, like, life would be so much better, honestly. Thing is, I don't want to ask you, like, uncomfortable questions.
I don't care. Ask me an uncomfortable question. Go.
Okay, we can think of one first. I know, right? Because there's gateways to this. I can't
Seth's
just
face
jump.
is like, dude, what?
Seth, how dare you, bro? I'm not paying you this week.
Do you get paid?
Yeah, I pay him.
What?
Yeah. We think he's gonna do this for free?
Yeah, I thought you guys did it
I
for
wish.
fun.
Free slave labor, but not in this
You
facility.
pay him?
Yeah.
How much do you get paid, Seth?
We keep that private here. I'll tell you off camera. I want people to be like, "Whoa, Kochka, hey, I want a job." No. Like, I'm thinking, like, what's a good question that's not too far out there?
I feel like you have a question, but you're like, I don't know if I should ask it. What's the question? Go, Kevin. 3, 2, 1.
Okay,
go.
so, are you gonna vote this year?
Am I gonna vote this year?
Yeah.
It was hard because I'm in Utah.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure my voting ballot gets sent to California, so I was like,
okay.
So I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, can I vote in Utah if I'm not?
Are you gonna fly back home, you think, to do that? Like, to vote? Like, are you gonna, so, like, when voting season happens, if it even does, honestly, like, you're gonna fly back.
That's true.
Yeah, who knows, dude? You're gonna fly back to, like, San Diego and just do your stuff there?
I don't think I can.
Oh, okay.
Or, like, I don't think I have enough money to come back and then go back.
Oh, good point.
You know what I mean?
Well, you probably just get it mailed to you, right? The ballot or whatever?
But isn't it in California?
I guess it's a weird thing.
Because I don't know if... Obviously, I don't think my parents can fill it out for me and then turn it in. Because it's not me that received the ballot.
I'll say forge it, but... which would be really bad. Don't do that. I'm just saying.
They can mail it to you, and then you mail it back to them, and they mail it to...
Yeah, they could do that.
But that's so much work.
So wait, so you're just not really interested in it? You don't have to be, but like...
I'm not, like, super interested in it.
Right.
Just because I don't think I'm educated enough.
Oh, same, dude.
You know what I mean? Like...
I know what you mean, yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm too ignorant on it. I don't be that guy. I'd be like, oh, we need stuff. And you're like, no, you're completely wrong. I'm like, oh.
And it's bad that I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's a lot of other stuff that I also need to pay attention to.
Yeah, you have way more important... I shouldn't say way more important because coronavirus, but you have some important things in your life you gotta deal with first. You know what I
Yeah.
mean by that? Because my whole thing, what was my whole thing? Like, yeah, I know. Dude,
Let me just make it up
dude,
on the spot.
the gears of my brain are going overtime, dude. Like I believe in more so like the individual than like a group, if that makes sense. Because I think the intimacy of helping an individual means more to me than like donating to some weird charity society. You know what I mean by that? Like I want to help like individual people. I mean, maybe it'd be cool to like help big groups, but like it's not as impactful. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, honestly. I'm on a tangent. I honestly forgot what I was saying. Like, okay, how about this? I'd rather help my community than like change the whole world of the US. Because I know I know my vote matters, but it doesn't really. You know what I mean by
Yeah,
that? Like,
I
I'm just
understand.
another like statistic. That's why I see myself, where I can do more good in San Diego and Poway than I can like in Arizona. Something, like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
I know where you're going, but I don't think you delivered it like you
oh, dude, it
thought.
was so bad, bro. How about talking about, dude, Alyssa's losing it, bro. Keep this laughing part in. Um, okay, how about this? I'm gonna talk about myself because I'm selfish. Okay, did you know I love to cook?
You do?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I can
Um,
see. I feel like you could be a cook.
Nah.
Oh, then you don't.
Okay, I don't want to be like a chef, but like there's there's like people who do like those party things where like they call people to like come to their house and actually cook right there. I'll do that, but I don't want to like work in a restaurant. Just like, you know what I mean? Like it'd be kind of cool. Like I'm known for my ice cream. I should shameless plug that. So
You make ice cream?
homemade ice cream,
Why didn't you make ice cream and then
bro.
we
Like
could have
I don't know what.
we could have
Okay,
ate the ice cream while we were talking.
okay, that's another segue to eat up time. So currently for Lent, okay, have you heard of the Daniel diet?
The day old diet?
Daniel diet. Does that ring a bell?
Daniel?
Daniel diet. Yeah.
No.
Okay, so Daniel, Old Testament, Babylon, prophet. Anyways, he went on for fasting. All he ate was fruits, vegetables, and nuts. So for Lent, for 40 days, and I'm in week 3 or 4 right now. I've just been eating fruits, nuts, and vegetables, and drinking water and pomegranate
Really?
juice. Yeah.
And you have energy?
Yeah. Because you know what it is? Because carbs, you know how you eat like bread, you kind of get sleepy and drowsy and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like, since I cut that out, I still have, I go to bed super late. Like, freaking, I had like work today at like 6 a.m., went to bed like at 1. So, like, I'm surviving off like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. So, that's kind of bad. But, like, other than that, I'm not like groggy throughout the day. And what's so cool about it is so like, the reason why I want to do it too is because, like, I'm getting kind of fat. So, like, I was like at 191 like 3 weeks ago, and now I'm like at 176.
Really?
I know 175. Yeah. So I've lost like over like 15 pounds just doing this diet.
And you're not hungry all the time?
You know what's so weird? What I eat like daily is like avocados,
Oh, I love avocado.
pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds, and then for dessert it's either a smoothie or like I use like a bowl of like this is actually a really good healthy dessert if you want to do this. What you do is you take a banana, it has like the black spots because it has more sugar and it's easy to mash. So you take that, put it in a bowl. You take almond butter or peanut butter, whatever you want to do. Mix that in there, and then you take cinnamon. You dash some cinnamon in there, and you like mix it up, and then you eat it. It's like a yogurt, but like with no milk. It's pretty good because that's all I can eat, so I can't eat anything like good like meat and like bread and stuff like that. So it was definitely tough the first 4 days, but after that, like the cravings of eating like sugar and meat kind of went away.
Isn't that expensive to eat like that?
Yeah, luckily my mom is doing good in life, and also I saved my money too. So, but yeah, so because what did I have today? I think all I had today was like seaweed from work. They have like the little seaweed packets, and then like pumpkin seeds. That's it. That's all I'm eating today.
What?
Yeah, probably should eat dinner after this, which I will. But yeah, I mean, what's cool is like my stomach's shrinking. I mean, obviously you can't see it yet, but like compared to like 3 weeks ago, like we had like the appetite where I can eat like freaking like 2 dinners if I wanted to. Like I was crazy like that. I could eat 2 dinners, but now it's like I could honestly if I don't have I could probably skip breakfast and lunch. I know I shouldn't do that, but I'm at that point where it's like I can. I know, it sounds crazy.
That's crazy.
Well, and also, since the coronavirus, like, I can just survive with my nuts because nuts don't expire, so I don't have to go to the grocery store. That's a positive.
That sounds so funny.
I know, dude.
Seth goes,
Dude, we have a garden in my backyard. We're living off the land, bro. I went on a tangent again. What was I just talking about
you
before
were
that?
talking about...
Before that.
First you were talking about ice cream.
Yeah, okay. I
Then
had
you
to go
said,
from nuts.
oh, wait. This is what I'm eating for Lent.
Yeah. So yeah, if you I just want to real quick, if you want to lose weight, guys, seriously, do it. Unless you have like some like autoimmune disease or whatever, like you need to eat meat. But other than that, like to lose weight, dude, it's pretty good. But yeah, so back to ice cream. So yeah, I make homemade ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've been doing is for people like in town. Oh shoot, when's your birthday? Because that's when I usually make ice cream for people's
June
birthday.
13th.
Oh, it's actually coming up. Okay, so what I do is like I ask my guests like, "What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Like, what's yours?"
Oh, but it's like really random.
Oh, go.
It's chocolate malted crunch.
Whoa.
But especially from Thrifties. That's the only place you could get it.
Oh no, Thrifties. I've had a bad run of Thrifties. Not gonna lie, dude. Stuff gives me diarrhea.
Or
The
like-
store-bought ones.
Or like mint chip.
I could do that.
Okay.
I could do that because we make. Well, I make it, but my mom sometimes helps. But yeah, like it's all natural ingredients. So literally, what we do is I do is get heavy cream, egg, vanilla extract, and what I do is pretty unique. Is actually get like mint leaves, and I do this thing called steeping, where like you put the milk on the stove, you heat it up, and you throw mint in there, and then you cover it with like a top, and you let it like simmer for like 20 minutes, and then once you drain it with like the milk, it tastes like actual mint. And so I
Really?
do that with, and I add the sugar and stuff, and then you put in the fridge to like cool or whatever, and then once you do that overnight, you get your liquid ice cream, and you put in the ice cream machine, and then it's ready in like 20 minutes. So yeah,
That's-
it's a cool hobby. I like it.
Yeah, that sounds really yummy. And Kevin, if I don't get that for my birthday, I'm gonna be
Oh
so
shoot,
sad.
you gotta remind me though. Seriously,
Bad
like
reviews on all.
give me like at least a week in advance. Be like, yo, like Kevin, I
Yo,
want my ice
Kevin,
cream.
I know we haven't talked, but it's my birthday.
Do you remember Shiva?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I promised him his ice cream, and his birthday passed. It was like a week ago. I feel so bad. But the thing is, I can't. That's where it leads to my tangent about my diet, is because I can't taste the ice cream. Because, like, I usually taste it, like, just to
Yeah.
see what it needs. And I can't do that. So it's like, I don't want to, like, add too much, like, something gross like ginger. I don't know. Like, something so
Ginger.
out there. Yeah. But I will say the craziest flavor I made was, so my mom bought, like, lavender. Like the actual.
I love lavender ice cream, Kevin. I just didn't say that because you said it from the grocery store. Who puts lavender ice cream in the grocery store? Love lavender. I like
Dude.
like what is it called? Flower flavored things, which is weird. Like I like rose ice cream.
Like rose water. Yeah. Dude. Okay. Yeah. Because for my sister-in-law and their bridal shower, or whatever, I made lavender ice cream. So I made one lavender ice cream, and then I kind of went crazy. So I make 2 batches. Tell me this is too crazy for you. For the second batch, I'm like, I'm just gonna add something different than the recipe calls for. Like, don't try this, kids at home. Like, if you're not experienced. So what I did was, instead of sugar, I did honey, and then to give like a little sweetness, I had lemon juice in there
Really?
as well. Yeah. And the crazy thing was, when I gave it to them, or mom went to the bridal shower, and they had like their stuff, whatever they do there. Like my sister-in-law texted me back. She's like, "That's the best ice cream I ever had." And she's like, I'm like, "Oh, which one?" She's like, "The lemon lavender one of all things." Like, really? Because I didn't follow any directions. I like just made it. Like I thought, like my mom walked away from like when I was cooking it, and I just decided like quickly like add ginger and like lemon before she got back, so she wouldn't get pissed at me. But. So would you want like the classic lavender or like a lemon lavender?
Literally anything, Kevin. As long as you make the ice cream, I'll be happy.
Okay, cool. Because yeah, you're right. It's such an exotic flavor. Like we're gonna buy lavender or like rose or like weed. Actually, that's probably a thing. That's actually probably a thing.
You went lavender to rose, and you went weed, and I went, where is this line going?
I don't make you that one, but I'll make you. I will make in the lavender. Just remind me, because I will forget. I forgot Shiva, dude. Dang it. Well, Sheep, I promise if you're watching, I will get you that in April probably.
April.
Yeah, because I gotta wait till Lynn's over so I can actually, because I don't want to I don't want to ruin it, and yeah, like I said, add gross ingredients in there, but.
Oh yeah, I get it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I gave up coffee for Lent.
Yeah.
And I have no energy at all.
Oh really?
Yeah. I was like addicted to coffee.
Did you drink a lot of water instead?
Yeah, I drink water like regularly,
That's good.
but because I'm like at school and I need to study, I'll drink coffee to like get me through my day, but
Right.
now I don't have any coffee.
Yeah, are you allowed to have like Bang energy drinks or no?
Yeah,
You drink that? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's really tough to do something for Lent because like if you're so used to something and you have to give up for 40 days and you really try to commit to it, it's definitely pretty grueling, I will say.
I feel bad because my mom gave up coffee for Lent, but I don't know why she did that because she works overnights as a nurse.
Oh,
so like,
yeah.
why would you do that then?
Yeah, yeah. What about your dad? Did he participate or no?
My dad like laughs about it because he's like, he's Catholic, but
Right.
sometimes he doesn't understand why we do as much stuff as we do. Like, do you eat meat on Fridays?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, not now for the 40 days.
Oh, okay. Well, like, if
Yeah.
you didn't have that diet, would you eat meat on
Oh,
Fridays?
for sure. I'll eat a carne asada burrito on a Friday any day, dude.
Okay, but my dad's like, because I don't eat meat on Fridays because it's like a tradition.
Okay.
So I'm always like, oh, I can't eat that. Or if my dad wants steak, I go, oh, I can't eat that. And he's like, where in the Bible does it say that you can't eat meat?
It's one of those guys, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, I don't know where in the Bible it says that, but my mom's like, oh, it's a tradition to do that.
Yeah.
But my dad doesn't do that. He's like, okay, but I don't see any of that in the Bible, so I don't.
Oh, is he
I'm
like
not following I'm not breaking the rules.
Okay. Is he like super dogmatic, would you describe it, or not really?
I don't know what dogmatic means.
It's like you're like for all be all, like 100% follow through it and don't ask any kind of questions. That's basically like dogmatic. You're so like involved in it, you're blocking off any other outside resources. That makes sense.
Oh no,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, for him, I feel like Lent for him is about. It's more about getting closer to God than like
Right.
giving all
Exactly.
that stuff. So
Yeah.
I have an auntie and she gives up meat for Fridays, but she doesn't go to church.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, what's that whole point? Like, you don't even go to church. Why do you care if you're eating meat on Fridays?
What's that verse? Cast the stone. Whoever cast the first stone. Catholic people get the reference. Anyways, how are we on time, Seth?
We're good.
We're good?
1:08.
Dude, we did it. Yes. Leave this in. I'm so happy. Okay. All right. So final question. So far this year, like, what in one word would you describe that you're fulfilling or want to be this year? And explain on that. Yeah.
I feel like this kind of answers your question, but it's also like different, I guess. So I want to feel more self-love. I know that's like 2 words, but
Okay.
or like hyphenated.
All right. We'll hyphenate it. Yeah.
But just because in high school I gave so much. I want to be humble about it, but like I also gave so much to
Right.
all the groups that I've been in.
Yeah.
Like I gave up all of my lunches, all of my Wolverine times, just giving to whatever group I was in.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that now, like as an ambassador, I give everything I can. But like at some point, it was so hard for me to give to myself.
Right.
So this whole year, I've been trying to work on myself. This is kind of personal, but I started seeing a counselor just to like focus on me rather
Right.
than care about what everyone else needs.
Yeah.
And for me, I really want to find that balance between giving enough but also giving to myself.
Right.
Because I feel like in past years I've given so much that I don't have anything left for me to use for myself. So
Yeah.
I really just want to focus on replenishing me in order to give to others as
Yeah.
well. Just because
yeah.
nursing is really grueling about giving to others, but how are you going to give to others when you don't have anything left for you?
Yeah, no, it's because my sister also goes sees a clinical therapist, because yeah, like you said, it's a very tough job, and I'm glad you're starting now, because if you start late in the game and you're going through that like stressful and depressing time, yeah, it's gonna be really tough. So like kudos for you actually taking the initiative to help yourself and then initially help others as well by going to therapy and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people think that if you go to therapy or anything, they're like, oh, you must be really, really sad. But it's
Yeah.
not always about being really, really sad. It's just trying to find a better path for you to be happy.
Exactly.
Like
yeah.
my therapist or like my counselor, he's super cool. Like,
Yeah.
as I told him, as long as you don't make me journal, I don't care what we do. So he
Right.
like gives me tasks every week, and he just like talks it through. Because I feel like when you're talking to someone else, a lot of times they really want to help you, and obviously, like for me, I really appreciate when people want to help me. But
Right.
there also comes a point where you also just want someone to listen and not just give you feedback back. Does that make
Dude,
sense?
I can relate. Yes.
Like, and that's exactly what he does for me. Like, he listens to everything, and then at the very end, he'll be like, okay, then what do you want to do about it? Instead of someone, like, automatically giving me advice that I didn't really ask for, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
So, yeah, just recapping the whole question, I really just want to experience self-love just because I feel like I've been lacking that in the past couple of years.
Dude. Life coach Alyssa in the house, dude. All right, guys, that concludes our episode of Life Coach Kochka. Alyssa, I'm really happy you came on, seriously.
I'm glad that you invited me. It's
Yeah.
been super fun.
Because, like I said, yeah, I just want to reconnect people with high school, and it's just a beautiful thing. I can't think of a better word, but yeah, it's a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, for sure. All right, catch you guys later.